PAGETTYMurdered Jo Cox L. and Kim Leadbetter. YesterdayA scheme could include a minister of loneliness and involve every single one of us playing our part, said Kim Leadbetter. She was speaking after the release of a report by the Jo Cox Commission on Loneliness, set up by the Labour MP before her death. It found 9 million UK adults are often or always lonely, and that loneliness is as harmful to health as obesity or smoking 15 cigarettes a day. It detailed how 3/4 of GPs say they see up to 5 patients every day who are lonely, and that loneliness is estimated to cost employers £2.5 billion every year. I'm really embarrassed that I didn't know my neighbours until Jo got killed. Kim Leadbetter speaking at the report launch in Batley, West Yorkshire. Ms. Leadbetter said, "On a day-to-day basis it needs to come from us, every single one of us. I'm really embarrassed that I didn't know my neighbours until Jo got killed. I know everybody on my street now. Because what they did, they had me up and looked after me when I needed it, and that just shows you the power of community. Government has got to play a part. That's where policies are made, and that's where some of the money's going to come from. But the great thing about this issue is that we can all make a difference. We can all go out tomorrow and knock on somebody's door, catch up with a friend we've not seen for a while who might be having a tough time, and we can all make a difference," Ms. Leadbetter said. Her sister developed an interest in loneliness when she found herself feeling isolated while a student at Cambridge. She said, "We all have this outside persona that everything's great and we're having this fantastic time, but often it's not like that. Jo and I were really close when we were growing up. We did everything together as kids. When she went away to university, she entered this world of Cambridge, which was a very intimidating place for a working-class northern girl," and Ms. Leadbetter said her sister would have wanted the report to move from words to action. Friday, July 15, 2016, school children and teachers throw flowers onto the hearse carrying murdered Member of Parliament Jo Cox as her funeral cortege will passes through Heckmondwike in northern Britain. "Talking about things is fantastic, but let's get on with it," she said. The cross-party commission was established by Mrs. Cox while she was MP for Batley and Spen. Its work, supported by 13 charities and businesses, was continued after she was shot and stabbed by local man Thomas Mair, 52, outside her constituency office in Birstall, West Yorkshire, in June last year. The final report was presented by Ms. Leadbetter along with the Labour MP for Leeds West, Rachel Reeves, and Seema Kennedy, the Conservative MP for South Ribble. Earlier this week, Ms. Reeves described loneliness as having escalated from personal misfortune into a social epidemic. Jo Cox is murdered in June last year. The Royal Voluntary Service, chosen by Mrs. Cox's family to receive funding to continue her legacy, is launching 3 new projects in her former constituency to help reduce loneliness and isolation, particularly among older people. RVS Chief Executive Catherine Johnston said, "As Jo Cox said, loneliness doesn't discriminate, and over the course of the last year we have had our eyes open to just how many of us are affected." A government spokeswoman said, "We welcome the work of the Jo Cox Commission and its ambition to combat loneliness. Tackling social isolation and loneliness is of huge importance to the government. A number of government initiatives already help to reduce loneliness, such as improved mental health support and funding to create new green spaces for communities, but we are committed to doing more."